Bye-bye, man.
Hey guys, okay, so first things first, I had a whole review done for The Good Neighbor. It is recorded, ready to go, but I went and saw The Bye Bye Man yesterday, and I figured since it's still in theaters, I need to put that up first and get my thoughts out there to, you know, really talk to you guys before you go and see this, because we need to talk about it, let me just say. But The Good Neighbor review is coming later this week, because obviously I already filmed it, so I can promise you that. And also I was going to wait to film this tomorrow when I had makeup on, and it was going to be like a formal review, you know, but I was like, no, I feel so passionate about this. I wish I would have reviewed it just last night. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, The Bye Bye Man. First of all, title, not so strong, but also the trailer looked great to me. I thought it looked really good, and so I was really excited to go in and see this and ready to go, like super stoked, you know. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which if you don't, link below, you know already that this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and we're gonna chat about why. And honestly, I don't even care about giving out spoilers because I don't really want you guys to go see this movie. Don't waste your money. Wait till it comes out on DVD if you really, really want to see it, if you're true horror fans and you just see every horror movie like I do, regardless if it's good or not. It baffles me how movies, which, okay, first disclaimer, I feel terrible when I drag a movie through the dirt. Like, I genuinely feel really bad because I can't do any better. Honestly, I could not. And I definitely don't come from a place of, well, I review movies, so I'm entitled to say really nasty things about it. I'm gonna try to tread lightly and not be so cruel because, you know, for someone, this is someone's, like, prized movie film, and they were like, this is amazing to me, and they loved it, right? They loved making it. I want to give that disclaimer. I'm really not trying to be mean to the director or the writers of this film. It's just, it was really hard to watch, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't get how movies like this get into theater release, and movies like Hush and, you know, The Invitation and things like that don't. Unless it was limited release, which even then, why are those films not more mainstream? And The Bye Bye Man was more mainstream. I think it has to do with the horror audience today. But the general audience, I feel like, would genuinely be afraid of this movie and genuinely think it was good. Whereas when you've seen a million horror movies in your life and you've seen a million great ones, you just can't make that connection, you know what I'm saying? There are gonna be a lot of spoilers in this because I just have to talk about it. Like, I'm probably gonna just jump right into it because I don't know how else to talk about it because there's so many plot holes, so many things happening in this film, and so many things wrong with it, and I'm gonna, you know, tell you why. So the plot holes. I don't even know where to start. First of all, there is a scene in the beginning of the film where, okay, this movie's rated PG-13, could have been so much better rated R, but that's a different topic for another day. There's a scene where the guy shoots someone with a shotgun. You would think there would be blood. Naturally, there would be, you know, blood. He shoots this girl and she falls to the ground. There's a hole in the wall. No blood. In my mind, I was screaming. I was like, half of her back would be missing at that close of range with a shotgun, and there's not one drop of blood. I was so confused. So right away, I was like, something's wrong here. Something is off, which the movie started strong, in my opinion. I thought the beginning scene, the way it was filmed, well, the way this movie was filmed was amazing. I liked that. The cinematic, you know, air of this movie was good. The acting, well, okay, the main guy was okay. He was fine. Everybody else, I literally was looking at it and I was like, even if this was my short film, I would not be happy with the way that they delivered that. The girl in the film, for some reason, gets sick because she's getting, like, you know, she's thinking about the Bye Bye Man when that whole story happens, which I don't even need to get into the story of how that develops because it's just like, there's nothing really special about it. But anyway, so she's like not getting possessed, but like, you know, the Bye Bye Man is kind of controlling her in a way, and he basically controls your thoughts. He makes you see things that aren't there, or makes you see people as different people, so it makes you want to kill them. Or they want to kill you because you're saying his name and you're telling other people, which is spreading the idea of the Bye Bye Man, and so more people will die, but you're just killing more people. So, like I said, the storyline is really weird and kind of weak. So she's sick for whatever reason. No one else gets sick in this film. Why is she sick? I don't really know. I thought maybe she would be the one who would be like possessed, but nope, everybody gets possessed. I don't know what else to call it. Controlled by the Bye Bye Man, I don't know. Everyone's controlled by him. For some reason, she's sick. She goes to this guy and she's like, we're renting your house and it's really creepy. And then she like sneezes. She literally was like, achoo! I'm sorry, it's so cold in here. That's literally how she delivered that line. Faking sneezes is so hard to do. So either make her sneeze for real or don't have her fake sneeze on camera because it will never sound real. So I just had, that's kind of nitpicking. That's a really small part of the movie, but it really got under my skin. There's a scene where the main guy ties up his best friend after he hits him in the head with a bat, which that alone, he was like, I almost killed you with a bat. And I'm like, you still could kill him. Like, he still could be dying right now. You don't know that. Just because he didn't die immediately with you striking him in the face with a bat doesn't mean he won't go anytime soon. Anyway, so he ties him up so he won't call an ambulance, so he won't survive, and so he won't tell anybody else about the Bye-Bye Man. The next time we see the friend, he's just walking up the stairs going to find the girlfriend, and it's like, he was just tied up. How did, I mean, I guess it was implied that he got out of the constraints or whatever, but like, they should have acknowledged it. And I'm guessing the Bye-Bye Man actually released him. See, that's the thing. I hate having to guess on certain things when they're so petty. Like, bigger plot things, I love to be creative and like to have the viewer use their imagination. Down for that. When you have to guess certain plot holes, like, and fill it in yourself that aren't really relevant to the movie, that's where it gets annoying. So I guess the Bye-Bye Man released him so he could go spread the word about him. The Bye-Bye Man himself, okay. Not scary at all. This movie, jump scare city. I hated it. Was not scary at all. There were, I think, maybe 2 scenes that were good, that gave me hope. And one of which, or both of them, were subtle. They weren't jump scares at all. They were very subtly scary. You didn't actually see anything. It was just kind of like the idea or like the shadow or a silhouette. Towards the end of the film, Bye-Bye Man completely takes his hood off. He's just walking around. He's wearing normal clothes. He's just like got his dog completely made of CG, which was terrible. So in the end, he definitely was not scary. He had so much potential to be scary, but they just didn't do it. Like, it did not work at all. Okay, I liked one of the scenes. There's a train track scene, right? Where this guy is driving with this girl and the girl's like psychic or whatever. So she sees a car accident on this train track, which it's really the Bye-Bye Man putting the idea in her head. I'm really tired of saying the Bye-Bye Man. So she's like, stop that car, and he just keeps driving. He's like, what? And then he finally stops the car, which he doesn't see anything, obviously. And so she gets out, runs to the accident, and then a train hits her in the face, right? I liked the scene where she was like, stop the car, and like wants to get out and help the family, and he's like, what are you doing? And for some reason, he grabs the freaking hammer out of her bag, like, oh, look at this, and knows now that she was actually trying to kill him and his friends because she didn't want him to spread the idea of the man. But then he runs out with, you know, at her with the hammer. They reached for that plot. It was bad. Anyway, another pet peeve with that scene is when, after she gets hit by the train, it cuts to the next scene where the police are there, ambulance, things like that, the coroner, they're taking her body. Literally on the train track is the train, which, if you know anything about trains, they cannot stop. They don't stop like cars. It takes like a couple miles for them to stop. So obviously the conductor leans out of the window. He's like, no, and then he puts on the brakes. He wouldn't have stopped right there. Like, you know, he still hit her, obviously, but then the train was on the track in the next scene. Like, the train probably would have been really far gone, like down the road a bit, you know what I'm saying? So there were little things like that, which may sound petty and may sound nitpicky, but they make a movie to me. It's a lot of the simple things that really can impact the movie because it shows you if the director thought of everything. I hate being so negative, but I feel like I'm positive in every other review. I give every movie the benefit of the doubt. I always give pretty good ratings if I say so myself, like pretty decent ones. I'm pretty nice about being, you know, generous in my scoring and just, you know, reviews. Very excited though because Rings comes out February 3rd and Split comes out, which, you know, I get a lot of requests for Split. You know, I don't think they saw that I reviewed the trailer or like talked about the trailer at all, which I did if you haven't seen that yet, because I keep getting requests. Like every single day I get a request. What do you think about the movie Split? Because obviously it depicts mental illness. So those I will definitely be seeing a midnight showing, if not the next day, and reviewing as soon as possible because I need to, Rings, This is the first time I'm seeing Samara on the big screen. You have no idea how excited I am. No matter how bad the movie might be, because not gonna lie, it looks kind of bad. No matter how bad that movie is gonna be, it's Samara on the big screen, which I've never seen in my life because I was so young when the first one came out. So I'm excited. Expect a really glowing review from me for that one because I'm biased. What can I say? Anyway, please tell me your thoughts on The Bye Bye Man down below, and if you liked it at all, or if you can name a couple redeeming qualities maybe that it had. I don't know what else to say about this movie. Sorry I didn't get into any of the plot or anything like that. But I could keep going, but I don't want to because I don't want to be too negative now, which I think we've already far gone that point. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure to leave some more movie requests down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.